So I know I've been absent for a minute, but this was totally um, accidentally on purpose. Everything happens for a reason, and I kind of went calm silent for a minute because I had a realization, of course, and that is that the fool speaks when he knows not the truth, and so I kind of dove into research and had a really fun journey. That was amazing. I did a lot of healing, a lot of cleansing, and of course, resting because that is extremely, extremely important. So, I'm going to try and keep this a little bit short, but I want to talk about that which I was working on this month and how it's really changed a lot for me. So, first things first, I have been um, changing my daily routine. So, prior to this month, I was very disorganized, if you will. And I don't want to say I'm like super organized now because you know that's um, I mean, I'm organized, but my days still kind of like flow in and out of like sometimes it's a little chaotic, sometimes it's organized, but that's the flow of life, right? We can't predict the flow necessarily. It's just riding that wave when the wave hits. Okay. And one of the things that I absolutely loved about this month was the beautiful moon displays we've had and the absolute shifts in, oh my gosh, so much. So much has happened in this last month that it's kind of mind blowing that it's only been a month, right? I mean, it's not even been a whole month yet. But the main reason why I decided to take some time was because I was receiving so many different kinds of like um, different downloads. Like I was speaking to new people and understanding life from the perspective that they had. Even though I had been through similar experiences, you know, we were, you know, maybe the same age around the time that they were dealing with what I had already dealt with or whatever it was. Like I got to see exactly what it was like being in that place, if you will, and it gave me an amazing perspective. And I wrote about this the other day about how um, I may have had a difficult life, and by difficult, it was. If you want to look at the psychology of it, there was a lot of chaos theory there. I wasn't comfortable in comfortable environments because of the PTSD switch and the amygdala causing alarm bells when there were no sirens going off, right? And then I came to a place where I started to go inward a lot more. And instead of like being fearful of what I found, like, I honestly, I turned it into a game. And it became um, like I was my own little Nancy Drew, if you will. Like, I I've spoken many times in the past about how the best way for us to heal is to look backward objectively, like leaving the emotional baggage behind and looking for patterns. And it really did become like a game for me. I was piecing all of these little puzzles together of like, this is where this went this way. And then, you know, I found this in this particular instance, and it all led to me understanding life from a completely different perspective than a lot of people. Um, and the fact that I can still smile on a daily basis, even though this has been a very, I wouldn't say difficult because it was a roller coaster, but for me this whole year so far, and this started last October, actually, the beginning of October last year, um, and this whole year that I've been going through this radical shift in my life. It's been eye-opening to, yes, I have had a lot of traumas in my life, but every single moment of healing after has been beautiful, regardless of where it's led me, regardless of how difficult it was in the moment. Afterward, the new perspective I had completely changed everything. And I've spoken about this before, about how it's important for us to learn how to change those automatic thoughts, which in cognitive behavioral therapy, they typically talk about automatic negative thoughts, or ANTs. And I like to think of changing triggers to automatic positive thoughts. And I believe that at this point, I have come to a place where I can honestly say that I can do this. And it's all because of what's happened in the last 2 weeks. I changed my entire understanding of living. Recently, I heard someone speak about how you have to have something to be excited to live for, right? And I specifically remember right before my last wedding, thinking I had nothing left to look forward to after that honeymoon. There would be no more children, and there would be no more like big, huge events on the horizon that I would ever look forward to. And it made me quite sad, because I am the type of person that loves adventure. I don't like my everyday to be the same, because we don't grow when things are the same, right? And if everything is hunky-dory and perfect, we tend to stagnate. And so I'm always ready for a challenge. And I can't tell you how many careers I've left in my lifetime because they didn't offer me a challenge. So the greatest challenge that I've ever had has been transforming the way that I understand healing. And I think I finally get it. If we look at healing as a chore, just like what I've spoken about before, every day is ordinary until you stop looking at it like a chore and start looking at it as an act of love. Then the ordinary becomes extraordinary, right? And your everyday tasks are no longer just tasks, but chances you have to show yourself love. And this new loose schedule that I have given myself allows for me to have somewhat of a structured balance in the fact that I walk 3 times a day in order to view the sunrise, view the sunset, and absorb the sun during the noonday. And it offers me a way to break up my day. So I spend my mornings in reflection and I spend my afternoons in work. And this has been beneficial for me because I am integrating daily healing into my life through my ordinary everyday tasks. And I do this through like the work that I do. Like when I record my videos, these videos that I record, they're me looking at what I felt and sensed in the morning walk that I can then relay to you. And then I read the cards and I read the energy that is surrounding myself and the collective. And being able to see that allows me to deeper understand, especially when I do the shadow cards, what are the shadows that are over the collective at the time, okay? So what can I do for myself as well as for you, the viewer, that will help in order to alleviate those kinds of energies, which is why I do the 4th deck, which is always the fourth pile, which is always the advice pile. What energy do you need to know for the next 24 to 48 hours to help you to navigate maybe some choppy waters, right? Choppy waters. So so when I help you, I end up helping myself because I'm a part of the collective, right? So if there's a shadow that you may be dealing with, it may not be present in my life, but it is something that I can contemplate throughout the day. When was there a time that I felt this energy in my life? How did I respond or react to it? And what are the patterns that I've seen in the past? And what are the patterns that I am displaying now? See, this is why I love doing what I do, because it's not just helping me, it's helping you, right? And so I am extremely grateful that I took some time to really recenter and reorganize my thinking. Because when I was doing all my research, and I tend to do this because I'm very much a fire sign, and when that air blows, I just burn up everywhere. I do a lot of research in a lot of different areas at one period of time, and so I end up overwhelming myself with information, and then I have to go back and try to sort it out. And so I needed time to be able to do that, and I am so grateful that I had that time. So things will be returning to normal starting on Monday. I am super excited to announce that I will be offering new services here very soon, based in healing according to your birth chart. So this is a really cool thing that I've been researching recently, and I have already helped a few people start doing this, and it seems to be pretty useful. So I'm excited to see what comes of it, and I hope you guys stick around. I'll see you soon. Bye.